In today's video, we're going to be going over the games of Grubby returning to StarCraft II for the first time in, I believe, over 4 years, where he played some actual competitive games. He's going to be taking on Leon, also known as RedPanda, a big German streamer who is a big fan of RTS as well. And this is in the context of them playing an RTS event in which every single week they play one map of StarCraft II, one map of Age of Empires 2, and one map of Age of Empires 4. And at the end of 5 weeks, they see who won the most of those 3 best of 5s, and the winner of the most best of 5, so a best of 3 and best of 5, one could say, can crown themselves the RTS king. And I thought it would be funny to just have a look at the first-person view of Grubby as someone who hadn't practiced at all for this. He hadn't played any games in over 4 years. Kind of see him progress throughout the weeks. We're currently at week 3. And this is going to be the first game that we'll be going over. I'm very excited for it. I haven't watched these games yet. I've heard some rumors as to what it looks like. And we'll just pause and play. We'll hear his thoughts as well. And I think it will be interesting to hear what he thinks of the game and what he believes is still the correct way to play.
Zerg. I think actually... Didn't we used to make pylon on the downhill?
Yep, low ground pylon.
Maybe pylon is supposed to be on the downhill.
Yep, 100%.
Oh wow, I'm actually pressing Q because of AoE2 villagers being Q.
Yeah, he didn't even set up his hotkeys properly here. Or he doesn't remember his hotkeys anymore properly.
I'm not even doing any hatchery blocks. The thing is, I don't know how to do hatchery blocks anyway. In Legacy of the Void. Many of the strategies that I knew how to screw with Zerg came from another time.
I actually think that this is a very good thing not to do. If you, especially because on this map, it's not even really possible to hatch block, but also generally if you're not very comfortable or if you haven't played in a long time, a hatchery block really complicates the situation. You need to be way more careful with things like link floods, and it makes the game much harder. On top of that, if your first pylon is on the high ground, you go for a hatch block, it's asking to be link flooded. So I think it's a good call not to do it. It's obvious to me that he has absolutely zero clue as to what he's doing. Like, he's going to build a second gate right now, I think, before taking a first gas, which is just going to oversaturate his main base.
Another patch. Hopefully the build order kind of works.
No, it doesn't.
I played a little bit of Legacy. I think I got back to 5,000 MMR.
So low GM.
In Legacy. But that's a few years ago, and the only thing I remember is that you can make double gateway.
Yeah, PvP. Actually, at the start of Legacy of the Void, we would sometimes play 3-gate and 2-gate, but always on the low ground and go for like big adept attacks. We would, however, play it off a single gas. And once again, the key being that all the buildings would be on the low ground. He's kind of playing as if this is a PvP, but I've never really seen a build like this since Legacy of the Void beta, if I'm being real honest, in protoss versus Zerg. It's really, really rare.
Surprisingly, most of the hotkey muscle memory is still there.
You forgot a chrono boost too on pro. When you're playing 2-gate, you always have the chrono. Core is gonna be late, should go down at 124 with this type of build, goes down at 130. 6 seconds is really a big deal.
It just happens.
Also has a weird setting where he can't see the amount of workers in his main base.
Not sure if I had to Nexus first or anything.
I have no clue what he's gonna do. Is he gonna Nexus before Adepts? This is so... Usually if you'd play this build, you'd go Nexus before Adepts, but you could do that because you're cutting workers, I think at 19, and you'd even delay your second pylon, and you're playing off of a single gas. It's actually really hard to see his supply.
My worker wasn't showing.
And his gas as well, because of his Twitch chat covering it.
Maybe that's a setting that I don't have on.
Yeah, he's complaining about the worker setting now. It is very annoying.
I wonder if he would be so cheeky. Oh, I should have scouted him. I definitely should have scouted him.
Yeah.
Sentry, and then a Stalker.
It is like a PvP build.
You have not enough minerals.
If you were to show me this as a screenshot, I would 100% think this is a PvP. Like, actually, if this was a Protoss versus Protoss, this would be a pretty sick build order. Like, almost exactly how I would play it right now. Like, Sentry, Stalker. I guess my core would be about 6-7 seconds faster. And my second pylon usually is next to my mineral line in PvP in case there's Oracle harass. You can build a battery, but... yeah, this being a PvZ is freaking wild. Oh, no. So you see this little spot over here is the spot where you can build the pylon, and you're always going to be capable of building a wall. It's like the map maker helping you. He thinks he can do it better, or he doesn't. He probably doesn't know about the fact that map makers put these things down. This also is not a full wall with the sentry in the wall. Lynx can still push through it. If it's a stalker, not the case.
Of it. I don't have any plan yet.
It's a bad sign.
Oh yeah, people often went to depths.
Yeah.
To scout.
I had a very similar experience to this when I played Warcraft 3 last year, where sometimes while you were playing, you remembered like an old thought coming up. It's like, all right, people used to do this, not this. Right now, this build order is very reminiscent. That's not a good force field. He actually wanted those probes to come down so they could help his sentry. Would have probably been better. Now he's gonna lose a sentry. And force field just stops his mining and his adept from coming out. Micro's quite decent though. His mechanics are pretty good. Like his mechanics are so much better than his game plan. Starts at +1. Like this game is very reminiscent of not even Heart of the Swarm, but Wings of Liberty. Like sentry-based early games, bit of Forge maybe in there. It feels very weird. Double gate before Nexus. Stargaze is a terrible idea. He has no plan, like at all. I don't think he watched a single game either, just to figure out like any type of current meta. It's funny because mechanically he's still very good. It reminds me, like, imagine you have a race going from San Francisco to New York with a car, like a car race from San Francisco to New York. And the first thing he does is he just drives...
Crap! That was meant to be a Phoenix!
He just drives straight into the ocean. But he's driving really freaking fast. And like, he's very good handling of the car. He just didn't look at the map at all where to go. And then he gets back out of the water and it's like, all right, let's drive to Seattle. It's like, what? Like, you know where New York is? Like, no clue. But I know how to drive a freaking car. And it's the same here. Like, he really knows how to drive a car, but he just doesn't know where to send it to.
Illusion.
What did he make instead? It's like a Zealot or a Stalker? Colossus? Like, this army is truly terrible. Zealots and stuff. This is super hard of the Wings of Liberty. We used to do 3-gate pressure with like sentries and zealots and stuff. Even in Heart of the Swarm, I guess sometimes we would do it. But then off of 1-gate openers. Super oversaturated, too late on the gases as well. The gas is your most important resource as protoss. Leon is a little bit more up-to-date on the meta, from what I understood, but mechanically I think is worse. So over time, as the weeks progress, if Grubby practices, he should get significantly better. Where Leon is pretty stuck on his level, you know? He doesn't have the free upgrades anymore in build order that are gonna make him much better. These gases are so late, it's insane. 6 minutes. That's actually too late even for gases on the 3rd base usually, with any standard build order. But he wasted so much time building a forge, getting upgrades, getting a cannon, a terrible 2-gate opener. Warps in at a slow pylon. Robo in the wall. No chrono boost whatsoever being used here. I wonder if he's even going to use it on gateways. I think he already has +1 though. Also doesn't use any camera hotkeys, I think. Or at least I haven't seen him use it once. Warcraft 3 doesn't have camera hotkeys. I don't know about Age of Empires. I think 2 probably doesn't. I don't know about 3. Or 4, sorry. Keep forgetting that Age of Empires 3 isn't actually played. He's gonna go for an attack now. So if his opponent was playing any type of roach build, he would just be dead. Like, he would not kill a roach. He had 0 pressure on the opponent. So, like, his opponent should probably be on like 66 workers. At least, could be 70. Templar Archives. In compositionally, not that bad. Like Zealot, Immortal, Arcanish. You could definitely make something happen. But this attack is absolutely bananas. Like, this is suicidal. Hydras is a nice army to fight with what he has. If it was roaches, he'd be super cooked. But even now, he's pretty freaking cooked. Another slow warp in. His upgrades are quite good. And he's scouting for outside bases as well, which is kind of cool. He probably could have cancelled a fort with this, actually, now that I think about it. Look how much gas he has. Like, gas is the most important to spend ASAP. And he's just floating it. Takes a fort base while being attacked. Oh, this is going tower. He's cool.
What? That's a lot of banelings.
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6. But if you only have zealots, you can't hold it. I built 2 observers. Very old school too. So back in the day, we used to build so many observers in PvZ. We'd often scout with observers as well. Because we didn't have easy hallucination and we didn't use oracles as much. But nowadays you just use oracles or hallucination if you're playing like non-Stargate build. If you play glaives. Like, observers are such a slow way of scouting, and Zergs have gotten so good at spotting where they are that they almost always get sniped by overseers. Which is usually very frustrating and not a consistent scout anymore. And they're expensive. He's freaking cooked right now though. Pulling back, which is good. Could maybe fight this. If any banelings show up though, it's over.
Didn't see the banelings coming.
Oh, he wants to expand really badly. He needs to spend his gas. Zealots are such a bait in this type of scenario. You think you can stay alive for a little longer, but they don't. It doesn't matter if you have 30 zealots or 5, they just die against banelings. Like, you just can't engage into this type of stuff. Which is always interesting to see. Archons. I like that he's like hold position so far in the back. Oh, slow warp in. And zealots. It's a panic response. Yeah, he's absolutely cool. Like 100% over.
GG, man.
GG.
GG. Sick. Sick play. Wow.
So this is going to be the second week. Now I saw that Grubby had played no extra games in between, so 0 amount of practice. But knowing him, he probably prepared a little bit mentally. Might have even looked at 1 or 2 replays or at a strategy here or there to figure it out, you know, what the hell to do. Because I know he's quite competitive. It would surprise me if he was okay with just losing like that.
Good luck.
Okay, once again, same map. And let's see if this time at least he's gonna go down with the probe. He's even like freaking stacking the workers. That's so funny. Like, this is also such a pro thing to do. You know, it's like you're looking to optimize every little thing.
Go for Forge Fast Expand and then mass me some carriers, boys.
I don't mind the carrier plan. I think Forge Fast Expand is just really, really bad. And really serves no purpose.
Hopefully
except
that still works.
Delaying yourself. You can always be safe with a gate and a scout. Like the Forge and the Cannon only delays your gateway, and what delays your gateway delays your cybercore. What delays your cybercore delays your first Stargate units, and what delays your first Stargate units gives your opponent a lot of freedom and makes it much easier to scout as well.
I don't really know the build orders, but I practiced this and I beat a ladder opponent, so that's pretty cool. It was a Zerg.
Because I played 1 game, I guess.
I have to, of course, check him. He could do like a Zergling run by. He could be 15 pool, 13 pool for all I know.
12 pool also. He's going blind cannon before gateway. And his scout timing probably wouldn't see links moving out.
Construct additional pylons.
It's gonna be an okay wall, I think. So 157, 158 on this map, the 12 pool would arrive. He would scout it here right now with this probe. He'd see the hatchery timing. That would be late. But he scouts here and figures out what it is. This is significantly better than last week though. Like last week's build order was so freaking terrible. Like this build order also is genuinely terrible, but less terrible. It's like economically way better. And in the early game, that's really all I care about. He really needs like a second gas though. Like he's delaying nothing, taking a second gas. Because he has plenty of cash for everything. I do think he's gonna get supply blocked, but once again his chat is blocking the supply area. Okay. Oh, 24. Oh, never mind. He didn't get supply blocked. It wasn't even close. Usually if you play like Nexus first, you get a little bit supply blocked, so I'm surprised he didn't here at all. He gets a Zealot in the wall too. Like he's playing so safe as well with like the probe in the wall and everything. I bet he has nightmares of Bly and Nurcho running by 4 links past the cannon. Because that's what they always used to do back in Wings of Liberty. So you always keep a probe in the wall, and then Nurture would try to right-click your probe and then go through with 6 or with 8 links. Such an Acer Zerg move that was. God, I hated that. He's so afraid. He still has nightmares. I can feel it. I think he's gonna scout for a 3rd base. Oh. So his Stargate here is delayed by almost a minute, about 55 seconds or so, which is really freaking late for your initial tech structure. His eco is so much better than last week already, though, that I don't really care much. Like I think this is significantly better than whatever we were doing last week. I still hate this build order, but I don't hate the plan of going into carriers because it's really simple to play. Building 2 pylons like this is obviously very inefficient. It's just not good. And I would have loved, rather than seeing an Adept, to get a Stalker here to deny vision. Because the Adept cannot walk across the map due to speed finishing up about 10-15 seconds ago. And now the Overlord still gets a free scout anyway. So you're also scouting with a probe. Starts a Stargate? Or the Void Ray? A pylon over here? So, oh, he's built another pylon. And this is also very like Wings of Liberty brained, Heart of the Swarm brain. That is blocking the Nexus, that pylon. Like map makers have gotten really nice about telling us where to put stuff, right? That is 100% blocking the Nexus. Am I crazy? Cancel it. No, he doesn't feel it. He has no feelings. Well, like, he obviously has like no feeling for the game right now. Look, he's gonna be upset. Oh, cannon first. Oh no. Second Ovi? What the hell is this guy smoking? No, honestly, calm response. Doesn't get upset. Accepts his failure as a Protoss player and moves on. I mean, the bigger failure here is floating 700-700 while trying to tech into carriers. Like, his main goal here seems to be denying vision. But because he waits so long with putting down his tech, he doesn't have any threat coming out of him once more. So, once again, the opponent can just do whatever they want. Probably could go up to like 95 drones at this point, honestly. Like, if this was a high-level Zerg player, there'd be 95 drones, an Overseer Scout coming in soon. Ooh. +1. So, once again, this is like a fat giveaway as well. If the Zerg ever scouts the cybernetics core, you immediately know what's going on. This is also incorrect, like throwing down these Stargates as your fleet beacon finishes just delays the production of the next few. I feel like one thing that we used to do very wrong in Heart of the Swarm and Wings of Liberty often was getting too many tech structures, but you get them too late. So you're building 3 carriers at the same time, but your initial 4 carriers are much later. Like, you could have had them faster, you know? If you just tighten up the build a little bit. I think we were too obsessed with building, like, buildings at the same time, rather than building them when you should. This was a very unfortunate rally. Like, RedPanda, also known as Leon, his opponent, is doing this very well. Like, actually good link control. Like, it's so obvious that he's played way more StarCraft in the past few years. This wall also is a horror to watch. We still have nothing going on. Overseer Scout would just end the game. Carriers are really weak against Corruptors, and as there's no ground forces supporting... Twilight? Okay, don't mind it. No ground forces supporting, like anything just straight up wins the game, I think. Like any Corruptor attack. I bet usually at 7 minutes, Leon or RedPanda finds slightly more probes mining at the 3rd base. And this move is significantly better. But in a way, it's kind of nice to see that your opponent has nothing yet. I wonder if this is a 4th base, by the way, or a 5th base. Like, this Zealot warping it in is... I mean, it's crazy, right? Like, what is one zealot gonna achieve here? Like, kill a drone? Never. Well, actually, it could, but it's very unlikely. So you're probably not doing anything useful. This is also the wrong fort base to take that he's planning on taking. Usually you'd want to take the left side base. It's much easier to defend these areas. I find this base very difficult to hold. Starts +2 pretty quickly. So knows what he's working towards as well. Like good upgrades from carriers. Using Chrono Boost quite well, especially compared to last week. Like, at least we have somewhere where we're going. I don't like how we got there, but I kind of like the spot that we're going towards. Robotics facility, I'm not a fan of. It doesn't really contribute to anything. Like, what are we gonna get? Immortal, Colossus, Disruptor. They don't deal with the main threat that we should be facing, and that should be Corruptors. So we should be working towards a way to deal with Corruptors, either adding Void Rays in the mix. I think we have too many production structures. Or trying to get Templar out. And obviously, I think Templar would be the correct call, because Carrier plus Storm is quite good. Dark Shrine might be for Archons, but I just don't think he has enough stuff. So this is a Zerg player that has been untouched for 9 minutes, and then goes for a big push. I just don't think there's enough here to hold. The Hydras are going to show up. Oh, that's also pain. And I have 5 supply right now. Robo finishes up. Can maybe build an Observer for no reason. In carrier count is quite easy. I wonder if +2 actually finished up. Can you see that? Okay, this is going to get cleaned up actually. It's not bad. And worker count remains decent too, I would say. It's like maybe 58 or something, 57, 60. There's no... I thought there would be a fort base on the north side, on the 12 o'clock. But there's actually the base on the left, the 9 o'clock, was the fort base. Unless the middle base got taken, but I don't think so. Dark Shrine, that is done. Is that the... Yeah, that's the Stargate still producing. I'm gonna rebuild our wall. Observer comes out. Once again, very hard of the Swarmy. Okay, DTs were warped in, but there's a response ready for that. Mechanically, this game looks so much better already than last week as well. But like theoretically, this was also, I mean, quite weak. Lots of tech. I just like the idea of carriers more. I think that was kind of his plan too. So this is why taking that top base can be quite tricky. It's kind of isolated from your third. You lose workers here, that sucks. I really wonder if our +2 finished. I don't actually know. Wish he would select one of his units so we could see. Observers also don't remain cloaked. I don't think he's aware of that. So he's just putting them in observer mode the entire time. To be fair, that's a very recent patch. And not recent as in like 7 years ago, but recent as in 5-6 months ago, 4 months ago. Okay, I hope he takes the left side base now. He seems very keen on taking that top. He's gonna get the Storm, which is the correct call. There's a top side base for the Zerg coming in right now. Usually my rule in life is that if the Zerg is 2 gases up, the game is kind of okay for Protoss. If the Zerg is more than 2 gases up, the game is really bad for Protoss. And if the gas count is even, the game is really bad for Zerg. Like, those are generally the rules that I live by in the PvZ matchup. Okay, Pylon's gonna get cleared, DT is helping out, Link's kind of active. Another observer. I can't remember the last time I saw this many observers in a PvZ. Such a bad unit. Like, you want one with the army to clear creep, but that's about it. We're gonna get a couple of Templars. How far is our... You think he's gonna start the next upgrade there? Oh, got caught out in the middle. That's bad. I wonder if there's the Hydra speed, what you call it? The little dash. I'm not sure. Okay, he didn't have plus... oh, he starts armor now. Didn't have +2. I don't know what his opponent's upgrades are. He doesn't have Storm yet either, so he can't Storm. Okay, now he got it. Shoot Storm. Oh. Storm. That's chaos. And even with Storm, this would have been a tough fight, to be honest.
My Templar.
They died. There's so many Hydras.
I have no more interceptors.
Base is under attack.
The Protoss is so weak when you're down
Right
85
before
supply.
my intercept. Right before my Templar. No, not again. Oh. My hotkey for Storm was wrong. Why the fuck is it R? I thought it was T.
Yeah, it's usually T.
Huh? So it didn't even cast.
Didn't even
Lost
cast.
again.
Wouldn't have mattered.
GG. Why is it T? Why is it R? Oh no. GG. GG.
He smiles, but he's not happy.
The cheeky air toss.
I tried to go back to what I was playing in Legacy 3-4 years ago, but I don't remember. I
Yeah.
don't remember how I would beat someone that played so well as you. I will practice for next week.
I think you,
Practice for next week. All right. Let's see what the third week has in store for us with some practice. All right, here we go. Week 3. Ruby Rock. Different map for the first time.
I have a cheese in my head, but I once lost a tournament finals and doing a cheese in the decisive game when I was good enough not to, and I always regretted it. I prefer losing with macro in that series.
I am Singapore.
I am actually going to macro this out.
The finals was against Sting.
Because
I think.
if I lose with a cheese, it will feel much worse than if I lose with a macro.
Interesting. Because I always felt like one of his good skills in StarCraft II was
It
his
was my
ability to
I am
pick strategies.
Singapore finals against Sting,
Yeah, Sting.
where I took second place.
3-2, I think he
I
lost.
should have won that, in my opinion anyway. In his opinion, probably not.
2013. I am Singapore.
He probably thinks he deserves that.
You must construct
Beating down the cheese. All right.
I actually missed the music. I'm gonna turn it on anyway.
All right. Gateway first on the low ground. A simulator. We're kind of back here. This is an actual build order. So for context, after he lost the first 2 weeks, I checked his StarCraft 2 account, and I think he played about 50 games or so on the ladder. He went from 3.8k to 4.3 or
I
4.4.
used to play without music for tryhard games.
There's like 500
It's
MMR.
distracting.
It's quite a lot. Plus 10 MMR per game on average. Good stats as well. I think 34 to 16.
Opening.
20 Nexus. This is correct. He's late though. You see, like not tight. Because he doesn't know when to send the workers down, but he knows the build order. Or approximates the right build. So this should be a 20 core, but it's going to be a 21 core, which I'm okay with. Now it goes back. Should take a 22 gas. Like, this is by far the most accurate build. I mean, this is just a build order. And with serious mechanics backing it up, it's already much, much better. We should build a pylon now. We're actually really late with this pylon, yeah. That's okay. Scouted as well, seen everything that he's up against. It is such a huge difference.
The damage to self.
Yeah. Long distance mining is also damage to self, but way less impactful than the supply block that he just had. Okay, he goes Adept Warp Gate before tech. So usually this would indicate non-Stargate.
I studied his overlord locations. So hopefully
What a tryhard.
we'll be able to do some nice overlord hunting.
Yeah, that's one. I did notice in the previous series that there were 2 overlords nearby the main base, which is very uncommon at high level. Because then something like a Void Ray becomes way more effective.
Here, and here later.
Okay. Ooh, might want to go back for that. I would cancel this shade. Against a non-hatch block, you don't really want to send this across if there's 2 links in your natural. It's like you're not really going to deal damage most of the time. Oh, no, just use the adept. Don't deny the layer mining for this. It's a waste. He's losing... like, these links have been pretty much worth it, even though they died. They get a full scout. It's actually pretty decent. close to being supply blocked as well right now, so really needs a pylon. Should be a pylon before the gateway, but might be okay. Won't get supply blocked perhaps. Okay. So we have one Overlord above the natural, one Overlord down there, and then Overlord's way too far to the middle. Like we just saw one over there too. He needs to pull back. The moment you see Void Ray opener, you need to pull back all Overlords. That's the rule. Spore is way too quick here. Second gas is too fast as well. So despite the scout, we get a poor response, a poor-ish response out of the Zerg. This is a very fast Nexus, like just a standard Nexus timing. Like, also the mechanics seem even cleaner than before, despite it already being the strongest part. It's crazy how quickly he improved. Actually crazy. He does need to take his gases much faster though. Still bothering me. Nice wallback. I don't know what RedPanda's MMR is. Like, based on seeing him play, I'd guess a little bit higher than 4.3. I'd say like 4.6, 4.7 or so. I think he used to be low GM. Okay, Force Twilight. Very late. For a double Stargate unit. Could be like, probably 40 seconds faster. But this is like infinitely better than anything I've seen so far. Lots of links coming out. Should not be capable of getting any major kills. Killing adepts is okay, as long as they don't get rebuilt. I don't love rebuilding adepts for this. But this is like a panicky response. Like the Oracle is going to save you anyway. Void Ray's coming back as well. How many kills do we have on the Void? 4. I wonder if all of those are OVs. If that's the case, this is way, way better. Grubby's also walling in a way that we used to do 10 years ago. But in the past 10 years, we've gone more to walling a bit more in a subtle way. So you create like a semi-wall at your third rather than like a full blocking everything off, which can be easily killed by Lurker or Hydra. You have no way of really defending it. Like he wants to completely cut off this area, here, this bottom side. Which I would rather build them like above the gas here. So I'd wall like over here maybe. Like pylon in the back. So it's like it's a different approach to things. And my approach is better. This wall is not very nice. Gas is once again quite late. But don't forget that the first week we saw gases on the natural coming down at 6 minutes, and I was complaining about that. This Templar Archives timing is very good, by the way. Once more, this build would probably die to any serious roach timing, but the roaches would require there to be queens. So it would have to be a queen roach walk, or a roach hydra attack, but this is too early for a roach hydra attack. But I think generally this is very unsafe to anything roach based. Like it's too zealot heavy. I think the scouting is a little bit poor still as well. And we're very late on the immortals. He's really fond of these move outs, which aren't very good. I do like extra gateways being added. I would prefer seeing extra robos being added in. Much faster. He seems to have like mentally created a timing for the Templar Archives when it should start, but he doesn't have one for the robo yet. Which is probably quite important as well. Oh, nice movement with the Hydras. But this seems like a serious attack. Bane's coming in. This could be dangerous. For both players. Oh, we even have a run-by on the north. The fort base. Which has a lot of drones too, by the way. Look at that. I think we're like 78 drones, 6 gas. So Hydra Ling Bane for a 3rd time in a row. Which they say 3 times is the charm, but what if it already worked in the first and the 2nd time? Then the 3rd time is going to be the charm for the opponent. You're not the main character sometimes, you know? Don't forget that. Never do the same strategy 3 times in a row. If you believe in the wise words of 3 times being the charm. Okay, put links around. But this is worth it for a base. What I would do right now is send these zealots across. Like, to the north. You send your zealots like... And then you run by the moment your opponent attacks. It's gonna delay your opponent by a lot and maybe give you some more time. Long distance mining from the fort base without there being a fort is definitely a play. It's not a play I like, but... It's fine. Like, Yeah, okay. This is I was gonna complain about these zealots, not like all being in the same control group. Like I said it before, like it doesn't matter if you have 20 zealots or 5 zealots. Like they'll die against banelings if you're not microing them well. You'd rather have them smacking drones. And the correct play here would be even to not send in the zealots yet. So you never want to just multitask without actually multitasking. So you only attack with zealots when you're threatening with your main army as well, pretty much. Or you send them in when your opponent is attacking you. So then they're much better. Like they're not that great at running by if there's no real threat coming in. It's like this I'm not a huge fan of. Because it's not being done synchronized. It's like 3 zealots on the bottom, 4 zealots up top. I guess this push is going to be good enough because it just has so much money. This game was like 100 times cleaner. Like actually 100 times cleaner. I think RedPanda here overdroned a bit. Like he should have been capable of holding this with 76, 78 workers. But he didn't hold it. So then, if your macro isn't good enough, you might want to go slightly lower worker count. If he holds with roaches, it's much easier too. Like 5-6 queens plus a roach.
I think we got him, boys.
I think so too. Fort base behind it. Extra gas.
Yes! Let's go! Phew! Okay, and we did it with macro. That's the best.
Okay, so he now gets to play at least one more game of StarCraft II in the best of 5. This is probably where it stops. I think the main things you can still easily improve on is getting fast, like having a dedicated robo timing, more immortals in the mix generally. But the execution of this build was so much better. It wouldn't surprise me that if he plays more games on the ladder, that his rating goes up to like probably 4.7, 4.8. If his PvZ is as good as his other matchups. Like this was so much cleaner than anything else. And I think if people don't kill him with all-ins, his mechanics, I think, will just carry him in like the mid and the late game too much. And like the run-bys, the understanding of what to do with armies, like it seems to come back really freaking fast. It's really cool to see someone with good mechanics that used to play a lot come back into the game and kind of see how much you can improve almost purely based on strategy. Yeah, the mechanics improve a bit, but a lot of this is just pure knowledge. Where people say, oh, StarCraft II is such a mechanical game. It's like, it's true, but if your strategies freaking suck, it's really hard to win against players whose strategies don't freaking suck. So, sick. We'll keep an eye on this. If you want to watch it, be sure to check on the streams. I think he streams everything live on twitch.tv/Grubby or twitch.tv/Bonjwa, I think is the channel of RedPanda. It's where he streams these show matches on. They play usually on Saturday or Sunday. And yeah, for me, it's pretty fun to see, you know, like more high-profile people enjoy a bit of StarCraft 2. It's nice to give them some attention as well, you know, when people show up. So, yeah, maybe I'll cover the next 2 games as well if they'll continue playing. And yeah, it's going to be it for me today. Thanks so much for watching. See all of you next time for a new video. Bye-bye.